Okay, it's live. Caitlin Clark, aka White Jesus, aka Jesus Clark, and Aaliyah Boston has stellar performances in the 1-point loss against the Atlanta Dream tonight. Indiana Fever fans, are you worried yet? We're going to have to talk about some things that I found concerning. The WNBA has allowed an online smear campaign to happen against the Indiana Fever and its fans, and something has to be done about it. Cheryl Swoops has made some interesting comments. We're going to take live calls tonight and talk about the game and much more right after the intro. Let's go. Let me run the intro here. Where we at? Let's run it. Understandable. Understandable. That's what we were all saying the entire game. I'm with you, Coach Stephanie White Leather. I am with you, Coach Stephanie White Leather. I'm with you. We're running behind tonight. All right. What's up, boys, girls, he, she, they, them, we, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode of the W360, okay? Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Before we get started tonight, if you are a returning viewer and listener, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the core audience. It's late. I know it's late. And you guys, last season, you guys know I didn't go live this late. But this season, I'm going to go live after the games. It doesn't matter how late it is. If you're staying up with me and rocking with me, I appreciate you. And if you're catching the playback the next day at work, I appreciate you as well, okay? I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you are new here, subscribe. And welcome to the W360, where we tell the truth and we tell it like it is, okay? Now, if you don't like truth telling, if you don't like comedy, I suggest that you go ahead and click out the show. Click out the show. This isn't the show for you. I'm being honest with you, okay? We may have some technical difficulties. This is a live show, okay? But we all rocking together and we all come together to share, laugh, and talk hoops, okay? So if you like that type of environment, subscribe to the W360 and tell a friend to tell a friend and tell another friend, okay? Thank you so much. What's up, W360 Nation? And what's up, America, baby? What's going on, Liz E? I see you in the comments. Hey, Kara. What's going on, Futuristic? Rhonda Stewart. Lauren, I know you're out there. Joe K. I see you in the chat here. Thank you for the super chat, Peggy. Please cheer us up. It's been a bad week. Oh, no. It's been a long week for Indiana Fever fans. According to Indiana Fever fans, there are burning crosses and nooses and the N-words hanging above everybody's house. Let the internet and ESPN tell it, and Shanae Gumake tell it, but we're going to talk about it because we're not letting this smear campaign happen against Indiana Fever fans. No, it's not happening. Okay, and the loss tonight didn't help. We're going to break down the loss tonight. We're going to break it down. Jose Ortega, what's going on? I see you in the chat. What's up, Matt? Jennifer, what's going on, Jennifer? And Sade. What's What's up, everybody? Happy to be here with you guys tonight. What's up, Miss Fins? I see you in the chat. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about it. We're not, I know it's late and I don't want to be here all night. Plus, I want to take some callers at, towards the end of the show because I definitely want to hear from W360 Nation tonight and see how everyone's feeling. Okay, so we're going to talk about, the game. Then I want to get into this smear campaign that's happening against Indiana Fever. I want to talk about Cheryl Swoops and what she's had to say. And then again, we're going to take some live calls, okay? Tonight, Indiana lost 90-91 against the Atlanta Dream. This team had no business losing tonight. But before we get into the loss, shout out to Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark. Okay, and one thing we was able to see from White Jesus tonight was her go into takeover mode. Okay, she put this team on her back. She hit back-to-back threes. She took over. Okay, and if we're talking about the game tonight, between Caitlin, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston, they all combined for 75 out of 90 Fever points tonight. Okay, White Jesus had 27 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals. Okay, she shot 45% from the field and went 4 for 6 free throws. Aaliyah Boston had 24 points, 10 rebounds, both of them actually double-doubles, 4 assists and 2 blocks. Kelsey Mitchell, 24 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Lexi Hall, 6 points, 3 rebounds. One of the things I saw tonight is, before I get into individual players, a thing that I saw tonight was that the perimeter defense has to improve. The perimeter defense on this squad has to improve. They're getting the ball. Atlanta was able to get the ball into the paint way too easy tonight. There has to be more pressure on the perimeter defense if you have someone like a Brittany Griner and a Bree Jones who's not that good to me. Bree Jones is slow. She's big. She can't move. But it seemed like that, she was able to have her way tonight. How many points did Bree Jones have tonight? Bree Jones had 19 points, 13 rebounds. She's not that good. She's slow. And Brittany Griner had a lot of easy looks. So it seemed like that we had a lot of trouble defending the paint tonight, but I think that starts with the perimeter defense. The perimeter defense was getting caught out of rotation a lot, which I think that's going to come. As they continue to work. I think, who's the defensive coach? January? Brianna January? Get it together. That needs some work, But again, the perimeter defense has to improve when there's a mismatch in the paint. So that has to tighten up. The rotations have to improve as well. Missed free throws tonight as a team. Indiana shot. What did Indiana shoot? Free throws, 16 for 26 tonight. 16 for 26. They shot 60% tonight. Atlanta shot 78% tonight. So even winning this game, even though there was a comeback tonight from Indiana, it just seems like the energy just wasn't there. White Jesus hooped. She put the team on her back. Aaliyah Boston hooped. Kelsey Mitchell hit some big shots. White Jesus hit a lot of big shots. But there was nothing else given from anyone else on this team. Natasha Howard is 3 for 12 so far on the season from the free throw line. Natasha Howard has to give more. She has to give more. DeWanna Bonner didn't score tonight. She didn't score. Again, I'm not, crashing out. I think she'll come along. DeWanna Bonner had 0 points tonight. DeWanna Bonner has to shoot the ball. She didn't shoot. She shot the ball one time tonight. One time tonight. Natasha Howard took 9. She went 3 for 9. 0 for 4 from the free throw line. The vets have to give more on the court, right? And one thing I'm noticing is Indiana Fever is having trouble getting out in transition with those two. They won't run down the floor. Now, DeWanna, I get it, and I'm just being honest. I don't want to hear anything about age, where they're old. They're this. If you're too old to run, then you might need to retire. You may need to go ahead and retire. If you're too old to play, you're too achy and too sore, then go ahead and retire and give your positions to a fresher legs. It looks like there's trouble getting in transition. It's trouble. I think the vets have to give more. More than, talking and leadership. We need performance on the floor. Again, I'm not turning on them. It's the second game of the season. I don't care about this loss against Atlanta. That team isn't, I don't care about this loss. I don't care about this loss one bit. But what I'm pointing out right now, that's obvious, is that the vets have to give more. Sydney Colson stinks. Sydney Colson stinks. She stinks. I said it when she first got traded to this team. And everyone said, well, CJ, she's funny. She's funny. She's this, she's that. She stinks. Sydney Colson has no business being in this league. None. She stinks. She gives nothing. She's worse than Erica Wheeler. She's worse. They're about the same. They both stink. They just hoop and hump. But she stinks. I was literally yelling at my TV, get Sydney Colson off the floor. Get her off the floor. Bree Turner stinks. Bree Turner hasn't been impressive either. I think Bree Turner needs to go down to Howard University or something and go preach on the monument or something. That might be what you need to do, because basketball just may not be her sport. I mean, we're going to have to spend the entire season watching Bree Turner just miss layup after layup. Fun fact, Bree Turner was the only player on the team that hasn't scored yet this season. Now, if you ask me, and I think it'll happen as the season go along, because I think Timpson is getting a lot of reps in practice. She's fresh, and she has to adjust to WNBA's physicality. But I would really like to see Timpson get Bree Turner minutes. Bree Turner is a waste. She's a waste. Okay? She's a waste. But got to get more from the vets. Bree Turner did have a big play, which I would say, okay. Where she turned the ball over and she hustled back and got the block, which that's what she's there for. She's there for defense. I get it, but God damn, like it's one good play for every 5 bad plays just isn't going to help. It isn't going to help, But again, second game, I'm not going to worry. I believe in the coach 100%. I back the coach. I believe in Stephanie White. I think there will be a lot of film sessions. I'm really hoping Howard and Bonner kind of pick it up. and contribute more. They can see through this film how much they need to contribute. Need to contribute on the floor, not just through advice and leadership off the floor and exercises and friendship and things like that. We need you to contribute when the lights are on, baby, and the curtain is up. You got to perform. DeWanna Bonner should be shooting. DeWanna Bonner can knock down threes. She can knock down that corner shot. She can drive. That's what I would love to see more from her. Natasha Howard, I would love to just see her exist more defensively. Defensively. And when she just has open looks and convert, please. My gosh. My goodness. And again, I'm not worried about this loss. Sophie Cunningham didn't play. That's, again, a forward that can get down the court and help with transition points. Definitely give that defensive spark. Sophie Cunningham was a huge factor missing tonight. That's why I don't care about this loss. Don't care about this loss at all. I think Indiana will be fine. I'm hoping they'll be fine. But merely just pointing out what I saw tonight that has to improve to beat a New York Liberty, to beat Washington, to beat Minnesota, Vegas. This loss to Atlanta, I don't care about. They'll beat Atlanta next time they play them. I think they play them again in a couple of days. They'll beat them. But got to give credit to Atlanta. Ryan Howard had a phenomenal game. I'm a fan of Ryan Howard. I like her. I think she's a phenomenal guard. Ryan Howard ended the game 20 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Brittany Griner had a decent game. She played well. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Alicia Gray, if you follow me on Twitter, you guys know I like Alicia Gray. 16 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and a block. And credit Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray for their defense on White Jesus. They made it very tough for her tonight. She converted. She had a phenomenal game. White Jesus had a phenomenal game. White Jesus put the team on her back. But, of course, she's tired because she was, hassled the whole game. So, Futurista said Howard missed all her free throws. Ryan Howard went 6 for 6 from the line. She went 6 for 6 from the line. So, yeah, you got to give credit to them. Atlanta, everyone is going to come out and play their best game, especially in Indiana. They're going to come out and play their best game. So, credit to Atlanta Dream, but not worried about this loss at all. Again, shout out to White Jesus, this season's MVP, this season's WNBA MVP, who was on a triple-double watch tonight. Ended the game again with 27 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, a double-double. And Aaliyah Boston ended the game 24 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Kelsey Mitchell, 24 points, 2 assists, 1 steal. Okay, so the big three showed up tonight, okay? So again, not worried about the loss. I think once the veterans step up and they really get comfortable in their roles, and of course we get Sophie back on the court, hopefully get Timmy going, and I don't expect anything in the backup point guard position from Sydney Colson. Don't expect anything. We're actually just rather Sophie Cunningham run the point. Don't expect anything from Sydney at all. I think she stinks. Stinky Colson stinks to me. She's not going to bring anything to this squad at all. But yeah, White Jesus was balling tonight. How many times, chat, did anybody yell White Jesus to the screen? Because I did. I yelled White Jesus! White Jesus showed tonight that she's the best player in this league. Okay? She's the MVP. Okay? This is MVP season loading. And this team didn't play good tonight. There was no energy tonight. It seemed like the team's morale was a little bit down, and they only lost by 1. If we're being honest, If we're being honest, Indiana probably should have lost by like 15. A really good team would have beat them, would have blew them out tonight. Would have blew them out tonight. Well, I don't know. White Jesus kept them in the game. Nonetheless, White Jesus was balling. Futuristic says, let's stop ignoring how bad Bonner is playing. I said it. She needs to take more shots. We need more from the vets. We need more from Bonner and Natasha Howard. Indiana needs them. They need to show up on the court. DeWanna Bonner had 0 points tonight, and she's more than capable of scoring. More than capable of scoring. She only took 1 shot tonight. So I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not exactly sure why. Now, what I will say, and not to make any excuses, the refs suck, but it was a lot more factors outside of the refs. So we don't blame refs here at the W360. We know the refs think. But I do think a lot of what's been going on and circulating around this team can play a factor in it. And I'm just going to be honest. But she was locked up at, and people were calling her the N-word, and it was so racist. That's why Atlanta can't win. I guarantee you. So that's one reason I said, well, thank God. Let them get a win so all of this can calm down. The commentators, whoever was calling this game, act like they were scared to call the game and say that was a bad call. Stephanie White had to challenge calls, and the commentators was acting like they were scared to say, well, yeah, that's right. They were acting kind of reserved. The refs act like they're scared to make a damn call. And it's the media that's playing on the psyche, which is what is meant to be happening right now. And something in my spirit is telling me, because they talk about all this racism that's happening around the WNBA, all this racism and this and that. A lot of the black players on Indiana Fever team are receiving a lot of hate from black people that's telling them that they're betraying their race for playing for this team. Which is why I don't trust compromised players like a Brianna Turner. I didn't trust her when she came to this team. So let's segue into what's been happening this week. And, I think that this is taking a toll on this team. I can only imagine. When you're on the internet and you're being told you're a house slave for playing for America's team, and you're being told you're a sellout to black people for playing for this racist team, outside of made up allegations about the Indiana organization. Yeah, this is purposely done, by the way. This is purposely done. It's purposely done. They did this same stuff last season. Same thing. So let's talk about what happened. After the win, and it wasn't a win, after the ass kicking between Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever, there were allegations, and I want to be very clear when I say false allegations, actually, that there were racist things said towards Angel Reese during the game, and Gamebridge is a racist place to play. It's so hostile. The black teams should forfeit going to Gamebridge. The All-Star game needs to be removed. It's a hostile place to play. It's hostile. Nobody should play in Indiana. It's so hostile. That's what the Slows have put out. And that's what's been circulating to the point where ESPN is addressing racism allegations. WNBA put out a statement. The following is a statement from the WNBA regarding yesterday's game in Indianapolis. This is the Chicago Sky and Indiana game. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into this matter. Now, guys, if you are on the internet, I'm sure you've heard it. A lot of people have been asking me to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it tonight. Chicago Sky was embarrassed on national TV in front of almost 3 million people. Embarrassed. Angel Reese embarrassed herself. There was a hard foul called for no reason. It was a common hard foul, but whatever you want to call it flagrant, that's fine. But for trolls to go online with absolutely no evidence and say that there were racist things, racist slurs, hollered, people were making monkey noises, and Gamebridge is such a hostile environment. And for the WNBA to address this and put out a statement to say we're conducting an investigation, it only gives power to trolls online that made this mess up. Because not one video has surfaced of anybody making any monkey noises, of anybody saying anything racist. What happened at that game is what happened at normal sports events. Angel Reese got booed. She was at an away game. She was in the hometown of the star of this league. Boos happen in sports events, pro sports events. People get booed. That's not racism. But in this league, if you're booed, or maybe somebody might yell, Angel, you suck. That happens. It's sports. It's pro sports. It's not racism. It's not bigotry. It's not misogyny. It's not and all the other buzz therapy words that they learn from their psychiatrists and shrinks. It's not any of that. It's sports. Seriously. Now, this has gone too far to the point where this is on national news. National news? Let's take a look at some of the things that's been said online. Actually, I want to play the response from, actually, let's start where I think all of this started, because I want to break this down. This started last season. When Orange is the New Black, Alyssa Thomas and Dejanay Carrington, and they lost. So what did they do? They screamed, racism, racism, it's racism. We couldn't play good because the Indiana Fever were yelling racist things to us. This started last season. So right now, they're pushing this narrative this season early because they see, oh, Indiana's about to be a good team. Oh, they're about to have the loudest fans in the entire league. They're about to have the loudest stadium in the entire league, or arena rather. We got to put out a narrative, and we got to play on the psyche of fans and players. And that's what's happening. That's why they look out of it tonight. But this is where it started.
My 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base. We had her face on a serious matter that happened in this world, and it's unacceptable, honestly. And there's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place for it. And there's no place for it. And basketball is headed in a great direction, but.
So this is all in jealousy. They're all colluding to really smear Indiana Fever and what they are building through Caitlin Clark, because they just simply don't like Caitlin Clark's fans, and they don't like Caitlin Clark because she's white and she's the face of the league and she's taking over the league. That is all this is. The black players and black fans and the slows are colluding to just smear Indiana Fever and what they're building. That's all this is. That's all this is. In the WNBA, this is disappointing because they feed into it. Why would you put out a statement and say we're conducting an investigation? What does an investigation look like? What does an investigation after the game look like? What are you going to do? Call everyone that attended the game and say, hey, did you hear any racist comments? Yeah, we see you bought a ticket, row 5, seat 7A. Did you hear anything? All right, well, if you hear anything, give us a call back. Hey, we're calling from Atlanta Fever Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Did you hear any racist comments during the Sky game? You didn't hear anything either? Okay, what about your child, the 7-year-old? Yeah, the one with the sign. You didn't hear anything either? Can you ask him when he get out of school? All right, tell him to give us a call when he get out of school and let us know. We need an official statement if he heard anything or not. Give us a call back. Hey, you. Yeah, we know you were in the handicap session. At the top, did you hear any monkey noises or sounds? It was too loud for you? Okay. We're just conducting a routine call. All right, well, if you see any videos or hear anything, give us a call back. What does an investigation look like? How do you investigate what happened at a game 2 days ago? That arena was full of 17,000 people. How do you hear something someone is saying? Shut your pie hole. All of this is bullshit. Bull. I'm tired of it. We're in game 2. Another thing, a reason I think that this is taking place is because I think the slows and blacks want the All-Star game moved out of Indiana. Why? Jealousy. Just jealousy, because there are a lot of people going to show up. A lot of people going to show up. Right? And it's just going to show the numbers, like every home game shows, who moves the needle. And the black players and black old fans are upset. They're upset. From home because they don't buy tickets. Let's take a look at what Angel Reese had to say about the hate allegations and investigation.
Yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA, our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
How did it affect you Saturday, trying to do your job, trying to play, and having this going on simultaneously?
Yeah, obviously it's tough, but I think I have a great support system. I'm loved by so many people, and obviously in the moment it's hard to hear, but my support system is great. God has protected me in so many different ways. I've gone through so many different things in the past couple of years of my life, but I think just having this support and this love and being a part of an organization that really supports me and loves me is something that I couldn't imagine not being a part of.
What do you think the league's response, just coming out right away and getting that investigation going?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, they understand that this is the priority. Obviously, there's no place for this, and they preach. I think 2 days before they put out no hate, no speech. And obviously, the women in this league, they know that, and know there's no space for that. And I believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come to work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at. So I think they've done a great job putting that out, and we're obviously just going to respond as they need to.
Were you able to give them?
Now, that clip really upset me because I think every single person, every media person around her, which is old WNBA media, that's why none of their stories break and no one listens to them. But they're all cowards. They're all cowards. You need to allow somebody like me to be there so I can ask, what specifically did you hear? And what specifically did you encounter? Did you hear anyone yell racist? What racism did you experience? I'm not talking about online. I'm not talking about online. We can't control anything online. I think we're all around or old enough to know that, and we're all adults. So we're not talking about online. What racism did you experience and hear? Notice nobody has come out and say that they heard anything. Tyler Marsh, her beta male head coach, who probably shaves his underarms and get pedicures, came out and said, you know, well, we're going to see what the investigation uncovers. So that means nobody heard anything. This is all just a bunch of foolah. This is all just a bunch of hoolah online. But you sit and say, yeah, we shouldn't have to experience that and we shouldn't. You're just blindly you're just saying a bunch of nothing. You're just saying a bunch of nothing. And that's what's infuriating because it's nothing but slows with septum rings sitting online spreading this mess. That's it. That's it. Here's what Coach Stephanie White Leather had to say.
First of all, we told the team that obviously we're going to cooperate fully with the investigation, but there's no place for that in our league. Whether it's at home, whether it's on the road, it doesn't matter. We want to encourage our players, our staff, to bring recognition to it in real time, if it's heard, if it's seen, or anything from that nature. But there's just no place for it in our league.
Notice what she just said, folks. Notice what she just said.
Recognition to it in real time, if it's heard, if it's bring recognition to it in real time, if it's heard, if it's seen, or anything.
Bring recognition to it in real time, if it's heard or if it's seen. That's a key thing in what she said. Bring recognition to it in real time, if it's heard or if it's seen. Of course, she has to give the PR statement. Yeah, there's no place for it in our league, society, all that. We get it. We get it. But what she's basically saying is if this really happened, point it out during the game. Don't wait till after the game and go off of what people are saying on Twitter that wasn't even at the game. Bring recognition to it in real time. That's a key point in what she said, which tells me that she knows that this is a bunch of BS. This is a bunch of baloney. All of it. And this is a smear campaign that's happening against Coach White Leather, White Jesus, and the Indiana Fever organization. That's all. That's all. She coached the Orange is the New Black last season. She know how dramatic and what liars those women are. She coached Alyssa Thomas and Dejanay Carrington. She knows. She knows there's liars. That's why she escaped from the asylum. She left. She left those inmates. She knows what's happening. Let's finish what she said.
First of all, we told the team that obviously we're going to cooperate fully with the investigation, but there's no place for that in our league. Whether it's at home, whether it's on the road, it doesn't matter. We want to encourage our players, our staff, to bring recognition to it in real time, if it's heard, if it's seen, or anything from that nature. But there's just no place for it in our league. I often say, it's great. Be a fan. Don't be a jerk. Be respectful and be passionate, but it's not that hard to not be a jerk.
So shout out to America's coach. Kenneth Greenlee, this you can leave. You can leave. You can leave. You don't have to sit and watch this show. You can leave. This is more. That's the game in a nutshell. If you want to hear play breakdowns, that's not, you want to hear X's and O's, go to another channel. Go to another channel. We're going to take live calls tonight, and we're talking about everything that's happening around women's basketball, okay? We talked about the game. So just leave. You can leave. You can leave, Kenneth. You don't have to listen to this. There's an X button, I think, to the right of your screen. Click it. But what we're not going to allow this season is a smear campaign to happen. So, yes, I'm going to call it out and expose it and talk about it. Absolutely, because you don't know who watched this show. I know who watched this show. You don't know who watched this show. So I'm going to point it out. And I want the people that I know watch this show to hear what I'm saying and pass it along, because my message through my platform gets passed along. So, yes, Stephanie White understands what's happening. Stephanie White understands what's happening. That's why she said what she said when she said, point it out in real time. Point it out in real time. So this smear campaign is happening purposely because I think the league has been put on notice that Indiana Fever is here to kick ass. So they want to get in the black players' heads and make them double think about, oh my God, if I do score, am I performing for the, am I being a house slave? Am I this? Am I that? And that's what's happening. And we cannot allow that. We cannot allow that. This team can be any team. Indiana, America's team, baby, can be any team in this league this season. All right. Oh, so yes, just to show just an example of some of the things that's been put out on social media. There's emails being sent. Here's one slow. If you follow me on Twitter, you've seen me point this out. One slow sent an email basically stating that the Indiana Fever franchise and Gamebridge is too hostile. Mind you guys, this email is circulating for like hundreds of thousands of views. And that Indiana Fever should refund all of the attendees and make Indiana Fever fans attend the game virtually via Zoom. This is how slow and stupid they are. The same slow that says that Gamebridge is too hostile tweets things like this. F. Caitlin Clark, Raggedy A. Broad could have hurt the girl. I would get tossed tonight for dog walking. We losing anyway. You got the right one, Lil B. Whoop that hoe. Angel is up forever now. These are Angel Reese fans, by the way. Hopefully WNBA investigates this. They're boycotting. They're not watching the All-Star game. F. Bank, Bridge. So yeah, there's a smear campaign happening against the Indiana Fever and Indiana Fever fans. I hope Indiana Fever organizations stand up for their fans and stand up and let them know nothing like this is happening in our arena after the investigation, and stop allowing slows to control the narrative. That's what I'm really, really hoping. Really hoping. And please, we're begging the slows. We're begging. Stop watching. Actually, stop buying tickets. Stop supporting. Go. Take your bags and go. Go. We're begging you to leave. Leave. Seriously. Seriously. Who started the was it Jason Whitlock that started the black fatigue? I've been seeing that a lot lately on social media, and I'm like, who started this black fatigue thing? But someone messaged me and said it was Jason Whitlock. Because where did this black fatigue thing start? Because I get it. Seriously, because you all are draining. Seriously. Rhonda Stewart said, get out of our town. I wanted to say that so bad tonight. I was like, come on, White Jesus. Come on, White Jesus. Hit the game winner, baby. Hit the game winner so we can tell Brittany Griner and the rest of that squad to pack your bags and go. Pack your bags and go. Get out of my town. I was so mad because on the last inbound play, I said, why are we going for a lob? Why are we going for a lob? Put the ball in White Sheets' hand, and why is Natasha Howard? It's game 2, but I want to put a bug in everyone's ear. Natasha, we need you to play your role. You're here for defense. You was a defensive player of the year. You take the easy baskets, and that's all you take. We don't need you taking game winners. We don't need you taking any threes. We don't need you driving to the back. None of that. Transition points and easy baskets is your role. Your role is supposed to be defense. That's what you were brought, defense. Now, I know you said in the beginning of the season that you want to be a MVP and things like that. That's great to have that mentality, but we don't need you playing like that. We don't need you attempting to play like MVP. You're not MVP, Natasha. You're not MVP. You're nowhere close. You're nowhere close. So I was okay with you when you said that. I'm an MVP. I want to get that this year. Or what did she say? Make the All-Star team or something like that. Fine. It's a great mentality to have. Don't have a problem with it. But we need you to be realistic in the games. Okay? It's game 2. I'm not worried about it yet. But game 5, game 6, I'm going to put your picture up here. It actually might be next game. I'm going to put your picture up here. Seriously. I'm trying right now not to put you guys' pictures up here and start going in. I even spared Sid Costa tonight. And the only reason why is because I believe in the coach. I think Stephanie White Leather is going to clean all this up. I believe in her. I'm not worried about it. I think these little things will get cleaned up so you're not losing to a team like Atlanta by 1 point. I think it'll get cleaned up. Not worried about it at all. Okay? Natasha? Stereo D, what's up? I see you in the chat. All right, guys. I want to open up the phone lines. Do you guys want to call in? I want to open up the phone lines because I want to hear. There are a couple of videos. I have what Cheryl Swoops had to say. I also have what Monica McNothing Smart to say said on ESPN. But I want to open up the phone lines as well. Maybe take a couple of calls and then maybe go to the videos just to kind of make this interactive tonight. It's late. I just want to kind of interact with W360 Nation. Where we at? Right here. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about the game first. What anyone has to say about the game first before we someone said, "Oh, Cheryl." Before. All right. I'm going to open them up, guys, real quick. Take a couple of calls. I'm going to put the phone number up. All right, let me start it now. The number is up, guys. Oh, damn, it's making me call back. All right. The call is up, guys. The number is up 424-488-7772. If you want to call in and talk about what we've talked about so far. Germany is in the chat. Thank you, Tim Johnson, W360. Hey, love you all the way from Germany. Thank you so much. Guys, call 424-488-7772. 424-488-7772, okay? Or did it hang? I don't think it hung up. No, it's live. 424-488-7772, folks. I want to take a couple of calls just to hear from W360 Nation. Haven't talked to you guys in a minute, so I want to hear from you. Listen, if you have me up on the TV, please turn it down so it doesn't echo in the back, okay? Please turn it down. Each call will be 2 minutes. Let's keep it to 2 minutes because there are calls coming through right now. And, let me know what you think about the game tonight or what we talked about tonight, okay? All right. Here we go. First call, 2206. You are live on the air. Hello. Okay, yes. Can you guys hear him in the chat? Hold on, I want to make sure everyone can hear you. Yeah, I have it on. They should be able to hear you. Yes, I remember your name on X. Yes. Where you calling from? Oh, wait. They can't hear you. Hold on. Shit. 1 second. Speakers, microphone, speaker.
I can hear you great.
Yeah, I know you can hear me, but the chat can't hear you. 1 second. They're
Uh,
saying they can't hear you. Can you guys hear him now? You there? Okay, I'm gonna have to send him back to the queue. I'm gonna have to send him back to the queue. All right. 7230. 7230. You live on the air? Uh, I don't know what's going on with it. Pull it up on yours. Yeah, I'll try it one more time. If it don't work tonight, we'll figure it out and do it tomorrow. It's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try it one more time, guys, because I want you guys to call in. Um, Monica said, "Don't you just love live TV?" Exactly. That that part. That's how it works. That's why I say this is a live show. All right. Let me see. 1 second. Let me call it one more time, guys. Let me open it back up. If you're waiting, give me 1 second. I'll open it back up for you. I want you guys to call in. Y'all been asking to call in.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show or meeting number and press
All
pound.
right.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
All right. All right, guys. I'm going to try to take a call here. Let me see.
Okay, can you hear me? I hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
I hear you great.
Okay, perfect. Chat, hopefully you guys can hear him. Can you guys hear him in the chat? All right, they can hear. They can hear. Where you calling from?
All right. I'm calling from Virginia, and I'm just gonna say I think AB is playing awesome. I think I tweeted that if this is the year that she has to have a breakout season, or else we have to take her name out the marquee player, star player category conversation. So, from what this game in particular, I've been seeing some moves that are like she's been in the gym, she's been in the lab.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I that's my takeaway from AB. She got that little stutter step going, that little hezzy going. She's doing everything. Like she's been watching Nafisa. She probably been watching Sarah Strong.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
yeah.
She looks a lot better
So
this
that's my
year,
take.
but there's still something there
She
where
does.
what I used to say last year is she looks a lot stronger, and I think she'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. I really root for her to reach that dominant stage. I don't think she's dominant. Well, not dominant. I want her to have that monster come out of her in the game, right? And not the
Yeah.
nice. She still kind of plays a little nice to me, which she just might not be able to help. But that's just my own thing. If it was my kid, I would be like, I need that to come out of you, you know.
Mhm.
But she
That
just
dog.
might not. It's not her personality, and I've accepted that. That's okay. That's okay.
And
But
as,
I
and as
like she
far as
looks better.
DB, yeah, she does. And as far as Dewana Bonner, I hate to go there down that road, but with what's been going on, I just can't help to wonder, has her phone been ringing? Has players around the league, like you said, are they calling her like, hey, you're a coon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
You're a coon if you show up. If you
You're
show
a
up,
coon. You're a
they
coon if
racist.
you
You
play
see
for
what
this
they did.
team. Yep. 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 That's
Right.
my conspiracy. That's just me.
And,
If the
and
black players show up and
yeah,
play, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be
and
surprised if Asia
it's gonna
Wilson was
be
calling them, asking them, what you doing? You off code? What you doing?
uh, yeah,
You know?
and that just so frustrates me with the WNBA because they could have nipped this in the bud, but the operatives and the narratives, like to even play into it with this investigation. And
Yes.
now, if you was on X, someone had got a reporter who's from the old guard but not part of the narratives, tweeted that they got a response from the WNBA
Yep.
saying that there's no timeline for the investigation, and even when they find out, they're not going to release the results. Like
Right.
that's bullcrap.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
So you start all of this, you get in everybody's head. It's like y'all are turning away the customer, and I'll just say this, and I'm not gonna hold your line up. I was
Yes.
gonna purchase some merch this year, and I'm so happy I didn't. I'm so happy I didn't. I was gonna purchase some Links merch. I was gonna purchase some Links merch, and something told me hold on because even Nafisa, she be opening her mouth sounding like a slow tooth sometimes. So I said, let me hold on. Let me not purchase no
Yeah.
merch just yet. And now I'm
Understandable.
just so happy I didn't purchase no merch because it's just a mess and that their narratives, and like you said, when those reporters were sitting in front of Angel Reese's face and not one of them asked this young lady, hey, what did you hear?
Yeah.
What
Yep.
specifically did you hear? And now she's on TikTok posting up TikTokers who are making wild videos about her not being safe in Indiana. It's just, I just can't stomach it, and I'm like really so close. If it wasn't for like you, people like you, Ben Daniels, and the Pope, B. Frank, other content creators, I probably be checked out. It would be nothing for me to watch this league for. But
Yeah.
it's just the entertainment and the value that you all bring. That I could come to y'all and get the 411 on what's going on, because otherwise I'm just like, even the game tonight, the other game, I
I
follow
gotta wrap
along and
you up,
see
Carla.
who.
I gotta wrap you up.
Okay, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
I'm just so
No,
excited to
you're
talk to
fine.
you.
You're
It's
fine.
so
We got a lot
fun,
of calls in
and
the
I'll
queue.
hit you up on X.
Yes, thank you
All right,
so
bye
much,
bye. Take
caller.
care.
Thank you so much for calling in. Shout out to him, man. I do recognize his name on X. All right. 9483. You are on the air.
Hey, CJ, this is Dawn from Dawn and Kev.
Hello, hello.
What's
What's up,
up?
Don and Kev? What's going on?
What's up? Oh, just just feeling how I feel tonight. I mean, look, we did good tonight.
Hmm.
On the comeback. Like I said in the chat, I'm just not into serving meals on wheels. I say we utilize the best of what we got, even our rooks. I want to see KK out there, and even just to kind of switch it up a little bit. And more of Demiris Dantas. I'm going to give Steph White grace on a couple of the plays. I think, people are really trying to, get a feel for some things, but we definitely missed Sophie tonight. The
Yes.
refs were ass as usual. Arse, sorry. But I mean, that's what but I think they're trying to expose the refs anyway. Like next year with the CBA deal, some things have got to change. Especially with this new money. And I know we're supposed to respect them, but come on.
Yeah.
And it'll show up. Now, as far as Gamebridge, Naptown, here it is, Indiana. A lot of people don't know how the operations are ran there. And I'll say this, and I'll be quick about it. There's people there in civilian clothes. If you drop a drink, I guarantee you that they will come running. And y'all mark my word. The next thing that's going to happen is they're going to put a plant somewhere in Gamebridge Fieldhouse. This is the WMVP. This is the WMVPA. They will come up with the narrative, and they're going to keep on doing this because we're now America's team, 41 out of 44 games. So let me tell you how CC fans and Fever fans, we are the power, and now you know. And so here's how it goes. We can boycott games too, but now keep in mind there's a CBA deal out there, and we don't want to lower the price for them next year. I'm sure they need a little bit, at least their sales, at least, in the double digits, their revenue sales on merch and different things. So keep in mind who has the power. They saw the numbers in Unrivaled and the viewership, but it would be, a lot of people just care about CC, but understand you can't beat this. You can get all your fan bases all together, however you want, and you can't stop this. So if we decide to sit out, the league starves. Don't forget, 41 out of 44 games, everyone gets featured here. Now, and what I think they're trying to do, the WNBA, is try to level the playing field with attendance and say, hey, we're just as good over here, too. I mean, New York has always been solid. Valkyries is on this way up. I mean, and plus they have a very reasonable prices right now in the first year, but this may go up later. I mean, come on, we're still talking about California. And Lynx have always been solid. Here's the to other franchises, get your stuff up because we are the blueprint. Everyone's trying to follow us. And as far as I'm not giving anyone grace. Even the people who came over to our team and they want to be social justice warriors, I put Breonna Turner up to talking to Andre Carson in Indianapolis. Don't forget, Indianapolis is a Democratic city. Okay? It was been heavily gerrymandered since 2001. Get some history here. I know it seems, a little what they call racist. I call it racy. I'll say race baiting. I say race hustling. But we got this. And if she wants to get involved in politics or any of them, I invite her because I know the Democratic Party. So if she wants to get involved, but if it's just online, then, hey, don't come to this team and you're not stepping up to this team. I expect the journalists, people like you, people like Ben Daniels, anybody who's ever been in Gamebridge, anyone, to say what they've seen. I look at Romeoville kid, James Boyd. You work for them. Tell them what you have or have not seen because you haven't seen it.
Okay, I gotta
So
wrap you up, caller. We got calls in the
yeah,
queue. They've been waiting for
I just
9
want to tell you
minutes.
back, I love you to
Yes.
death. Now you know All-Star Game. DM me.
All right.
You know
All
my
right.
ID. Okay?
Don and
All right,
Kev,
bye.
thank you so much. All right, moving on, moving on. All right, 2431. 2431.
Hi,
2431. You
hi,
are
how's it
live
going?
on the air.
Awesome, awesome. I've been talking to you for I think about a year. I called in once then.
Have you? Where you calling from?
Canada.
Hello, Canada. What's going
Yeah.
on?
I won't talk about Canada though.
Yes, yes.
uh,
All right, how you feeling?
overall not bad, but regarding the fever and stuff, that's a different story.
Mhm.
um, okay, I got banned from YouTube yesterday from being able to post comments on any stream on anything. The only parts I can post, I notice, is in live chats and in the post sections of each streamer. Anyway, so what I tried to tell one of the streamers, because I watched different suggested YouTube videos. One of them was about the recent podcast or talk show, whatever it was, with Cheryl Swoops and a bunch of guys.
Uh-huh. Gil's Arena.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. But what a lot of people don't see, and I had different ones suggested, I watched some more, whatever. One of them, I forgot who it was, actually had the whole thing. Now, what I noticed near the end, which shocked me, was that one or two of the guys are actually also racist, not just Swoops. Okay. To back that up a little bit, hang on here, I'll actually take this out just someone here. Okay, is that the man revealed that they were also against white people, including providing examples like lying that Clark was always a villain in college, to which Swoops, I taped this before, so to which Swoops was shocked and tried to insist that it was instead Reese. But this man went into detail about various things that Clark did not do, but said that she did do. Like, for example, one of them, and he mentioned some other things, that about the waving the hand. He said that that Clark did that in front of Reese, or at least her team, and we know the truth that wasn't even close to the truth. But anyway, and he also gave other lying examples. Now, in the process, he ended up convincing Swoops that he was correct and that Clark has always been a bad person, but that after Reese waved her hand in response at Clark, the media, who up till then, from his perspective, ignored Clark's villainous ways, then focused on Reese's supposedly innocent, new, understandable ex-villainous ways. So that now Reese was considered to be villainous, although she's always innocent, and that Clark was always guilty, but now she's viewed as innocent. And that then Swoops is used as ammo to go share with other people, to where now the media is pushing this other freaking false narratives with the other details he shared.
Yep. I appreciate your call. I got to wrap you up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye. You're welcome.
Thank you for supporting. All right, moving along. 6541. We're going to take a few more calls. I have a few that's came through. 8230, I see you. 7230, I see you. 3578, I see you. I'm going to get to you guys right now. 6541.
Hey, Queen, how you doing?
6541, you're live on the air.
All right. Yeah, I want to tell you something about the last play of the game. I really don't understand if they called that play for Howard. I don't understand why. She was a detriment to the whole game. If you look at that last play, Lexi Hall was standing like right at the top of the key. She should have went and got the ball. I don't remember who was inbounding the ball, but Lexi Hall was just standing there. If she had went and got that ball, because they had 9 seconds, it was unbelievable that the coach would call the play for Howard when her whole game. She probably had 6 points, I think, at the whole game. So to me, that there was just a messed up play right there. And then as far as the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark foul and all of that, I think that's a whole bunch of noise that they want to make out of something out of nothing, because Caitlin fouled her, but that was a normal foul. That's what you do. Angel Reese trying to be a beast. Angel Reese the beast. Got up screaming and hollering. Caitlin Clark just walked away. Boston tried to stop her from jumping on her or whatever she was trying to do to her. They gave her a technical.
Yeah.
It almost was unbelievable when I seen it. It was like it was almost unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I think the coach need to take that Howard girl. I mean, I don't know her. I don't know the Howard's history because I just started watching the WNBA again. It's since Cynthia Cooper. When I appreciate you taking my call.
Of course. Thank you
And
so
I'm a
much, caller.
subscriber to your show, and I love your show. I watch it whenever I can.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in.
All right,
All right.
thank you.
All right.
Good night.
All right. 8230. 8230.
Hello?
8230. You're live on the air.
Hello?
Yes, yes. 8230. You're live on the air. All right. I don't know what happened there. He can hear me. I can't hear him. All right, give me 1 second. Let me connect it back, guys. 79447. Because it was a couple of people waiting for like 3 minutes, and I want to take their call.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios hosting.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
All right, I'm live on the air. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. I'm live on the air. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. 7230. You're live on the air.
Hi, CJ. It's
Hello.
Kelly.
Is this Kelly?
It's Kelly.
What's
Girl,
up, Kelly? What's going on?
Girl, we be telling it up on X.
Listen, I appreciate you. Let me tell you something to the callers that's listening and to everybody in the chat right now who's still hanging around. People hanging around, you know it's late. But Kelly, when I tell y'all Kelly be on it for me, Kelly be, you're not going to say this, you're not going to say that. I love you, girl. I appreciate you. You are W360 literally core audience. I got to send you some, but I told you that. But yes, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. I joined the X because of you. Now I'm just addicted. I'm just telling all these people off. Like, I'm going crazy over them. I'm just like, I need to get off X.
How do you feel about what's been going on with Indiana Fever?
Oh yeah, the game. Oh man, that was a tough loss. I was wondering how come Mitchell didn't really play that much.
Hold on. They're saying I'm going in and out.
Oh no.
Let me see. Hopefully, that's probably why I dropped. It's my internet. Hopefully, it connects back though. If it continues to go in and out, guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and CJ, you're coming in and out. Get your life back. I wish I couldn't do it. It's as good as Kelly. No, you're not. Somebody said no, you're not. Okay, we should be good. So yes. How do you feel about what's going on? We got to wrap up in 2 minutes because we got a few people that's been waiting.
Okay. No, it was just a tough loss tonight, and I just wanted to say hi. I know you got some callers.
All right, how you feel about what's going on with the smear campaign? No, Kelly, you give your opinion. You a Daybreak
Oh,
fan.
oh, you know what? I like Reese, but you know what? She's making it hard for me. She's making it hard, and now it's just like she's playing the victim, and she's eating it up.
Yeah, yeah, and it works. It works for her,
Yeah, she's
especially when
eating it
those
up,
statements
and
are made that like I've had other players call me around the league and this and that, and I said, "Oh God, I can only imagine what's going to happen when Dejanay gets the game bridge, or when Asia Wilson gets the game bridge, or when Neko Guamake gets the game bridge, you know, and who else is going to try to, capitalize on." I had such a bad experience in Gamebridge, and this has to stop with the racism and everything in the WNBA, things like that.
yes,
So it's it's
and
it's
you know
it's
that.
predictable.
Yeah, they're trying to take down CC and the Fever, and they're just not realizing they're doing themselves a disservice at this point.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I
All
love
right.
you.
Thank you so much, Kelly. I love you back. Thank you so much for
Okay.
calling in.
All right. Bye.
All right. Okay. Moving along to the next caller, 3578. You are next up. I see 2201 is holding, also 8230. We're going to get to you. 3578. You are live on the air.
How are you doing this evening?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
Very good. I just want to tell you, keep it short and sweet. I just stumbled onto your show here. It's first time I subscribed. All new to me. Everything I've seen, love it. I like the fairness about things because I'm a I'm an anti-labeler. I like all these labels everybody wants to throw around. It was fine for Angel Reese or whoever to whack Caitlin in the back of the head. Caitlin had no issue with it. Nobody had issues with it. It was fair play. She went for the ball. That's just the way it works. That's a basketball play, and it's the end of the world. It's a kind of a crappy deal, but I think everybody just get away from this labeling thing. It don't black, white, green, yellow. It doesn't matter. It's basketball. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not.
Yes.
And I've seen it go a bunch of different ways. But I just it's sad because I'm new to the WNBA, and to be honest, Caitlin brought me in on it. And I mean, I like other players now that I know them, but I didn't know them before I started watching because of Caitlin. So I think some of the people that I follow now that I didn't know who they were should probably say thanks to Caitlin because I just think it's kind of is what it is. I know how it goes, but Fever all the way, man.
All right. I appreciate you calling in. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Perry. I'm calling from Arkansas.
All right, Perry from Arkansas. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank
I
you for taking the
appreciate you.
call. You have a great night. Love you.
You too. Thank you. All right, Perry. Perry said it doesn't matter to him, black, white, green, or yellow. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, 2201, you're live on the air.
Hey, CJ, what's up, man?
Hey. What's going
Hey,
on?
this
What's your name? Where
Baltimore
you calling from?
This Linwood out of Baltimore checking in.
This is who?
Linwood out of Baltimore, Maryland checking in.
All right, you said Littlewood out of Baltimore checking in. What's going on?
Man, you are hilarious. You remind me of one of the girls around the way sitting on the step drinking a beer, just tripping, making fun of everybody. I love this shit. Hey, you know what's really funny? My daughter plays for LSU, and she's out of Baltimore. And what her name is? Angel Reese. Angel Reese took my daughter. Angel Reese took my daughter's spot. My daughter went to Ohio State. When Angel Reese came to LSU because they didn't like each other from Baltimore. My daughter named Asia Petty. She was playing for what's Wisconsin team called? The Lynx. My daughter got cut from the Lynx, so she's going overseas this year, trying to get back to WNBA next year. But when you get a chance, check Asia Petty. When Angel Reese came to LSU, My daughter checked out with the Kentucky, and she played at Ohio State last year. But forget all that. You are hilarious. I gotta turn the people on my Facebook page over to you because the way I don't.
You clicked out, caller.
I be
Oh
on the
yeah, I can hear you
goddamn
now.
ground laughing at your ass, man. And when she
Did she
found
play
out they
in
was
Kentucky
breaking,
at one point? Not Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky
yeah,
at one point.
she left LSU and went to Kentucky when she
Yeah.
found out.
Okay. Yep, I
Yeah, because
remember Asia Petty. I remember Asia Petty. You're clicking out, caller. Or it might be my internet. Yeah, it's my internet. It's my internet. It's my internet. It clicked out. It clicked out. All right, guys, that's gonna be the last call tonight because it's clicking in and out. I'm sorry about that, guys. We got a technician coming tomorrow. Because I'm not sure what's going on with my internet. Um, Here, let me go ahead and end this show. But I appreciate everyone that has called in. Everyone that has called in. I want to do this more often, even if it's just some nights where we just kind of get together and even if it's just some nights where we just get together and just take some live calls. This season I definitely want to interact more on live. So, I'll put it in the description. Hey, we're going to open up the phone lines tonight. Please, guys, call in. I want to interact with you. Absolutely. I'm going to go live tomorrow, I'm sure, because there's some things that I didn't get to tonight, like the Cheryl Swoops video. And I want to talk about some other games that's going on around the league. And honestly, I want to take the angle as to, are you guys as excited? What other teams are you excited about? And I want to have that discussion as well, okay? Other than that, that's going to wrap up tonight's episode. Okay. Indiana Fever took a loss. We're not worried about it. We need more from the vets. Got to get better on the perimeter on defense. And White Jesus did her thing. Aaliyah Boston did her thing. Kelsey Mitchell showed up, did her thing. I'm confident the vets will come around. We need them to. Didn't have Sophie Cunningham tonight. That was a big piece we needed. And Sydney Colson stinks. So does Bree Turner. She stunk up the place too. Other than that, until next episode. Thank you for the super chat, Calamari. Thanks for taking our calls, CJ. No problem at all. Until next episode, peace and so grease.